are gaming. So let me pull this up, and we'll go from here. So you said one very specific player, and it happens to be Aiden, which makes sense because that's what we're looking at. Without like with what you remember, what do you remember about how the matches felt? Like not so much like what happened, but just like how did it like if you had to describe the problem like more as like a feeling or like as a pattern, how would you frame it?
I keep getting, his forward tilt placement. I don't think they're bad by any means. I'm constantly getting hit by forward tilt, as opposed to other Sheiks that I just can't really understand.
Okay, yeah. So he did a bunch of them there, but those are also the first ones he's really done this game, which is interesting. Because, like, if we look at him, he's basically doing the low percent game how I'd expect a Sheik to. Like, you know, we've got aerials, we've got the grab attempt. I think he thought you were higher, which is why he went for that. I don't think he realized you were 2% below the magic percent. But now it looks like he's definitely in forward tilt mode. So, with that in mind... Yeah, so let's look at your footing here a bit. So you're in on you've gotten in on him. So what are you going for here? Oh, you went for a jump in. Okay, gotcha. Nair can work. Are there any other like yeah. So why Nair?
It it is just a move that I think is a strong opener. I understand it can be crouch canceled, especially at that percent, but I think like proper fast fall timing with it, and depending on the cross up, it could be kind of tricky for Sheik to punish.
Mm-hmm. So let's look at the point at which you decide to go for Nair, because you're like jumping here. So one thing I'm noticing immediately is that you haven't actually started your Nair yet. You know what I mean? Like if we take a look at this moment from your starting point, you're actually waiting like quite a bit before you go into the air. I'd say that like if you started here, let's use something brighter. Starting here, like from here to here, you're probably inputting the Nair like around here, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get strong hit rather than like late hit.
Okay. So, thing about Sheik, a very important thing about Sheik is that she's kind of like the you take what you can get. Like you kind of have to take what you can get on these kinds of whiff punishes. The thing to keep in mind, your character moves forward quite a bit when he like nairs, and if she does put out that forward tilt, she is gonna like move her leg towards the sweet spot, like the strong hit anyway. So she just kind of like winds up trading poorly or getting like or your attack stuffs her anyway because it starts like here and then comes up. But yeah, we have to be like, I think our hitbox has to be out like over here, like way sooner, so that we can actually contest her forward tilt effectively. Either that or you have to like time your dash even better than you did, but I think you had a pretty good like setup in terms of how you structured your dash back in. But yeah, it's just Sheik forward tilt hard move to punish. Like you only have like 50, there's only like 16 frames of like natural cooldown on the move. So it's not like impossible to do it, but like knowing that we have that, like nair dash short hop nair, even if you do it perfectly, only hits on like 8. So like the more time you delay, like the more that you're gonna like kind of kill your window. That's the problem here. We're just we're trying to be a little too fancy, I think. This is actually what's another thing we could do here if we want to play, because I'm guessing you want strong hit to not get crouch canceled, right?
Correct.
So what's something easier we can do? What's something else we could do here that like is very crouch cancel proof, but maybe doesn't require us to like, you know, time an aerial even more precisely?
I would honestly say down air, but like the late hits or like very like the last couple hits of down air. And so that is something that I feel like would require timing. Not that it's bad by any means, but
yeah, you could do the down air early, but it kind of presents a similar, albeit different problem. It's the problem with doing down air here and then like bringing it over to her is that we're basically accepting that we're going to be smash DI-able as hell, because we're like for us to compete, like have hitbox out in advance for her forward tilt, so her forward tilt gets stuffed by it. We have to like start the down air super early, which is not ideal. And then if we delay it, then we have the same problem we do with the nair. Do you see how that works out?
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking on the ground. What can we do on the ground that would be good here?
Running shine.
Running Shine takes at least 13, because 12 for the dash plus 1 for the Shine. It's tight, but it's doable. I'm thinking even simpler.
Crouch cancel approach?
What if we what if from here we just dash jump cancel up smashed?
Oh.
Or grabbed her.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, because like the thing is about jumps is that jumps have like a lot of so this is where Sheik is kind of like a nerd character because she requires a little bit of know-how in terms of like what her timing windows are so you can play around them effectively. Basically like any aerial you do is going to have like 3 plus 1 because one's dash, one's jump squat, plus the startup of the move tacked onto it as a minimum. So the fastest Nair Fox can do here is really like 8 because his Nair is 4. So knowing that, like Nair is not terribly exciting as a punish. I think we can agree on that. Grab hits on 7, so that slot and because it works almost exclusively off of his dash momentum. You only need 1 for the dash and 1 for the jump cancel, theoretically. So we're hitting on 9. Like, this is a much cleaner window, and we don't have to muck around with, like, delays and stuff to deal with ASDI down. So, like, this is what I would lean towards. And up smash conveniently is the same amount of time. So I think that needs to be a consideration when we're working in these windows versus Sheik. Because it's kind of counterintuitive. It's like, oh, hit the aerial because it's the combo starter, but it's not fast enough. Like, funnily enough, this is a situation where it's just, like, very awkward sometimes because of the different tasks that Sheik and like, middle early percents make us work with. So sometimes it's just big move, do big move.
Sure.
You could actually, you mentioned down tilt. I really like down tilt if you're using wave dashing for spacing or if you've just landed for an aerial, but I find it really awkward to do with like just on your own, you know, like in a dash stance. Because like when you're doing dash dances in like a back and forth stance like here, you have to like stop somehow to do a down tilt, and that's really awkward. But down tilt's really, really good against her if you can set it up. So that's something I would keep in mind. Like if you just, I mean, like, how many times has as a Sheik player tried to, like, aerial into, like, forward tilt? Sorry, Larry, forward tilt your aerial after you miss, and, like, they're just fishing for the anti-air. How many times has that have you seen that happen?
I think it happens to me every time versus him.
Right.
I'm getting scared.
Right. So one thing you can do is, if you land slightly further back, you can crouch cancel, and then just take a free down tilt after. If you're both at even percents, your down tilt has way more knockback, so it can be a way for you to break parity, especially in like this kind of situation. Because like you're gonna tank the F tilt, you're gonna go to 37. Who cares? It doesn't matter. And then you're gonna down tilt Sheik, and then Aiden's gonna go to 64 and get popped up. So you're just trading damage very, very profitably. So down tilt can be very, very useful for that.
Sounds good. Understood.
Yeah. So I'll give that to you, but let's continue.
These first 2 games are quite travesty to see.
It's not so bad. It's not so bad so far. Like what I am seeing here is just so that dash attack was going to be a problem no matter what no matter what you did. I'm just seeing that he's like doing good, like solid follow-ups, and then you had like the moment that you had to really like capitalize on his kind of like on his forward tilt. We just happened to take it like we just happened to like not go for for something that like works with the situation. So it is what it is. Sheik is a very tough, like, I think Sheik is one of the better characters versus Fox overall, honestly. I think, like, after Marth Falco, like, it's probably, like, her, Donkey Kong, Captain Falcon. Like, those are the ones, like, Pikachu, maybe, Samus. Like, I think those are the ones that are actually, like, relatively speaking, good versus him. But it's just, yeah, like, he's still great. He's so good. Like, he probably still beats a lot of those characters, but, like, they have, like, real games versus him because of their speed. They have a good mix of speed and kill power and, like, the range or the ability to contest in the right spots. I don't really think there was anything that, so what's going on here? So this is a big thing. After you kill a Sheik player, look out for the needles. So you're going to come back and kill him. I want you to watch very carefully what he does, like, in half speed. And how he, like, looks for, right? So that needs to be something that we're aware of. Because that just took, like, 2/3 of the work he has to do to get you to the party percent.
The crouch cancel, the percent that F tilt breaks crash cancel, right?
Well, it breaks ASDI down,
knocks
but
down.
yeah, close enough. Like, yeah, he's just like solved all his work. Like, he's solved 2/3 of the work he needs to get to the percent, where to 24, which is when he can start forward tilting, and 2% higher he can start sweet spotting back air and knocking over 2. You're also already at the point where like down smash and up air knock over. Like, he has all the things now. Like, after that nair hits, he has all the things now. So you want to kind of limit her access to all the things. It probably feels like a small thing to like just be at, 31 versus like 14, but against her specifically, it's a huge deal. So
Understood.
yeah, we want to be aware of those. What's something that what's something we could have done instead here when you see that wave dash back?
Land on platform.
Yeah, like land on side.
In fact, I actually think that like it's I feel like it'd be pretty good to like actually land on the platform above because it would be a read if Sheik were to try to cover that, whereas I could come down with like a shield drop back air into Shine or something to continue the pressure.
Gotcha. So you're thinking you land like here basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's great. That's one of the Ryan Fords. So like Ryan Ford like played him in this matchup like 8 quadrillion times. And yeah, that's one of the things that he does that's really good. So like he kind of like fucks around in this space like in front of you to like make the Sheik think that, oh yeah, just like shoot the needle straight, LOL. And then he just lands here and then back airs and then he catches up. Because, like, once he completes the edge guard, we're back at 0-0, which means I'm behind because I'm at 0-0 in Fox Sheik.
I'm trying to bait the Omps attack off of this back air. Like, these back airs that I hit him with. Oh. For when I edge guard off the right side.
Why? So, if that's the case...
This soft back, yeah. But I honestly was not aware he could just grab ledge like that. That was just on me.
Oh yeah. So that's a knowledge. That's just a knowledge check. So so here we always just do the hard hit falling back air anyway. And the reason for that is because even if he Omps attacks, you can still up smash after the up smash or forward smash or whatever after the after the hard hit bear. And then if he doesn't DI, like if he does some other tricky DI, some survival DI, then you want the knockback anyway. So it's just better to just take the hard hit.
I see. Understood.
Yeah. Edgeguard, like, I get the logic, because it's like, you get the weak hit, you auto-cancel, you up-smash, but remember, an Omps attack means they're committing to a tech roll, which takes, like, 40 frames to complete, and your back air, you're just landed with back air. Like, you have all the time in the world to punish them. Understood. Yeah. Good. I like how you did that. This is great. I would have pushed him. So... this combo and the way you got it was amazing. I love how you're moving around under him. You're at the part, you have F tilt %, so like you kind of like, you realize the drill's not going to work, so you jump around the counter hit. Would have also worked on grab and down smash, which is why I like this. So then you get this huge conversion. You snagged his jump. Did you notice that you snagged his jump?
Yes.
Okay. So knowing that, this is why I would always nair here, and push him forward.
Understood.
So why am I saying that? Why do you think I say that?
Because I can get a follow-up off the right side of the platform into, honestly, I think even up smash, right? Or like down smash, depending on his DI. I'm thinking we nair him, then we nair him again, and then we jump off and shine him. Okay. Definitely, I'm not gonna lie, probably not at all what I was thinking. I think my brain, I think, that obviously makes sense and very safe. My first reaction, I think, is to do like a strong hit nair, and depending on how far he goes, try to get an up tilt off of it, and then continue maybe a shine back air. However, I understand that it makes a lot more sense to push him, knowing that his double jump is done.
Yeah, like he has to hold in. Like, what is he like? How does he not hold in here? Like, if he holds out, then you just jump off and shine spike him after the nair, because the nair is so efficient on landing, and then he's dead anyway. So it's like. We just hard nair because we know he has to hold in, because if he doesn't, he's dead. And then what do you do with a Sheik with no jump when they're holding in? You just keep hitting them until you have a really good edge guard set up. You could also like hard nair 66, like probably like walk forward up tilt up air, like that could probably work too. But like, yeah, you have basically what I'm saying is because Sheik has no jump, she can't really do anything except DI in. So
Understood.
yeah, just beat her up.
And then honestly, while I'm getting pretty like sad about like playing Aiden over all these past couple tournaments, I realized that the big thing that I'm not doing nearly enough is grabbing. And so the next like when I'm down 2 games, I start grabbing a lot more and I get a lot more off of it. I understand that I need to grab more.
Yeah, so let's talk about what you do with these grabs, because I really like how you did this. I just think that there was one step that we could have done better. So this, I think, makes sense to like hit him across the stage. But then we go like here, like, because he's still going to be in an edge guardable position, or he holds in. So like either way, you're good. So I think that this is something that sometimes comes up versus Sheik that I want to understand why people do it. So like, my question here would be, so we get this, and then let's slow down speed. So walk me through the game plan here. I think I think this makes sense, like the forward tilt to cover like him to going to edge, like that all is good. So then what happens next?
I still am hoping that he goes down to ledge because I don't think he's gonna up B super high.
No.
I guess what I'm also not thinking of is that he does have forward air and he's at a relatively comfortable height that he can fall with an aerial and like be fine.
Right. So if he can fall with the aerial and be fine, and up being high is like bad, why don't we just grab the edge?
Air dodge, but I guess that's a read. I end up seeing that he air dodges a lot versus like onto platforms versus me, and so I think I wanted to be able to still cover that platform, which I guess I can laser land cover it, right? So
pretty sure you can like you can reach the platform with just your double jump, right? You could just like ledge hop back air onto it.
Depends on how. I would think it depends on how far he air dodges in, right?
Well, like the question here is like all you need to do with this back air is hit like here, right? Because he has to land on the platform with this air dodge. So like that's what I'm thinking. Like we can go from here to here. We don't even have to land on it. We just have to be able to hit it.
Oh, understood. Okay. Well, so I think you're right in sense of like what this back air is trying to accomplish. But I think if I grab ledge, the reason why he doesn't drift more towards in the stage is because I'm hovering this area. So,
right.
The reason I don't grab ledge is because I want to threaten it, and so he can't he can't air dodge closer into the stage.
Gotcha. So okay, so this is gotcha. So I understand where you're coming from. So what we have to understand is like where I'm thinking. So I think what you need to know is like what point at which I'm thinking we grab the edge. So
okay.
I think that we still guard do what you're doing and guard the stage. I'm thinking that like instead like we turn around and walk here. So we're like standing here at this point, and then as he hits about this point, we grab the edge.
Understood.
Because at this point, he can't go forward enough to like land on the side plat, right? We've confirmed that.
Correct.
Yeah. So on top of that, the high at B doesn't really do anything at this point either because he's too low. So really, there's kind of like a magic line. If we take Sheik here, and I would say that it's about how high does she need to be? Let's figure this out. I would say it's about whenever her air dodge can't reach the side platform, and whenever her up B won't cause her to like have the auto cancel landing on landing. Although that one's not really, actually no, that one's not important. So I would say that you need about this much distance between her and the stage, between her and the platform, about this amount, maybe a little less, maybe like here. I think it's probably like that. Yeah. But this makes sense, right? Because like at this point, she's been pressured out of that spot, so we don't have to cover it anymore.
Understood. I'm here for this.
Yeah, because it's like we've denied because of us. Like here, we'll make a Fox representation. So this is Fox. So he's here. Woo. with him standing here, she can't, like, really exactly attack into this space. Like, she'll die. And if we back her here, we're, like, covering this space effectively. She knows that she can swing for self-defense, so, like, she might try to do that. But as long as we grab the edge before she can, like, attack us with it, then it doesn't really matter. So at this point, all we do is we head here, and then we can just create, like, the wall of back air to cover, like, this entire zone, basically. Not all at once, obviously, but, like, this is kind of the space that, like, our ledge hop back here kind of occupies. And she has no choice but to fall into it with where she is. So with that, she's dead.
Understood. Okay.
Because, like, yeah, because I get why you're doing this, but, like, we've already, what I'm saying is the situation's changed because he had, remember, her air mobility isn't good. So because he's already committed to, like, pulling back a bit, she can't change directions fast enough to, like, lean forward at this point. So you did everything right. Like, all the hard work was done, so we can just accept, like, the rewards of our efforts at that point and cover the yep. What I notice with you a lot is, like, yeah, Sheik has very, very subtle gradations with her spacings. Like, there's a lot of rules to how she operates as a character. Because she has so many threats in different directions. Can
we pause real quick? I'm so sorry. But
yeah.
Continue your thought. I didn't want to interrupt you. I just wanted to pause and talk about an instance. But please continue with your thought process.
Which instance was it?
Literally the edge guard, where I think the exact same situation happens right here. And I grab ledge there. Mm-hmm. Where I notice he pulls back slightly, and I just do exactly what we discussed. I just did it on the left side of the stage, though.
Yep.
I see. Okay, I just thought it was really funny. Of like, oh, I think this is exactly like what I just need to do, and already did, but like obviously I just had to do it on this side of the puck. I guess it's just an overall more consistent and safer option than what I went for previously.
Yeah, and I mean, like, again, she's weak below her, so like these up airs are a great example of attacking that weakness when she has to jump. One thing I'd recommend. So you do this full hop, and you go for a double jump. We're not playing to her weakness by going so high in the air. I would be doing everything I can to stay to threaten this, like, falling area, but, like, also stay below her. So let's, like, look at how this combo wound up working out. Where do you think you could go? Like, how do you think you structure your jumps effectively after you get this sick juggle to, like, prey on that weakness? Like, what's the game plan here from this point?
Stay on platform and stay grounded to try to stay underneath her, and then as I see Sheik pull away further, I take more space.
Yeah, I love that. So I would say that this full hop is fine to start, because we can kind of, like, threaten her space. Like, we're kind of, like, aligning our body with her, and you're also turned around, which is fantastic. I would say that at that point, then, we just, like, fast fall. We fast fall to the ground, because she has to be fast falling if she's going this quickly, right? Because there's no way that she falls faster than Fox naturally. So with that in mind, yeah, we just stay underneath her. We then just we up tilt her back here when she reaches us, and we move on with our day. As it stands, what you are doing is, like, generally quite good. It's just, like, there's little things on, like, the post-combo conversion where it's, like, it's sometimes a little messier than it needs to be. But that's okay, because, like, you're learning where Sheik's, like, vulnerable and where she isn't. In general, Sheik is kind of like Marth in that when you're above her, it's, like, above her and to her side, like, she's actually quite strong, even in disadvantage. But when you're below her, or, like, attacking from a diagonal below her that isn't in her needle path, yeah, she's got nothing. Nice. Perfect.
That down smash, I'm not proud of it, but I think I was just panicking in the sense of, like, I'm just trying to figure out why Aiden keeps destroying me.
Honestly, like, the percent was, like, fine for the up smash, but you had to turn around. It was, like, a tight interaction. I think that taking it once to just, like, even if you text it, you can still shine or down smash again after, so, like, it's not like you lose the edge guard. I think that for a recalibration, it's a perfectly fine play. Like, was it optimal? No, but, like, did it do the job you needed it to? Yes, so who cares? Like, and is it tactically sound in its ability to do that? Absolutely.
This game?
There's no way you lose this one. I was looking at.
I thought I was down 2-0.
I was watching like the game play out, and I was like, "There's not a chance that you lose this one." Like,
well, you're gonna be very heartbroken for game 5.
I'm never heartbroken. Like, you know what? I'm very proud of the progress that Aiden has made in his game, and I'm very proud of the progress you have made. And if he happens to be a thorn in your side, well, we can tackle that. You know, there's only solutions here.
I feel like it wasn't. Is this already game 5? No way.
I think it is. You're 2-2 up there.
Yeah, the person that was working the stream did not like at all ever have the right time, but it's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So how to beat double poof? Do we need to go over that?
No, I think I was just really nervous. There's a timing. First off, I can just refresh and then I just neutral get up according to the rising time, right?
It's something. There's an easier solution. So I want you to like look very carefully at what Sheik is doing and tell me where the opening is.
Right there.
Right. You just follow it.
Drop down shine.
Right, because
she's vulnerable the entire way up through up B as well.
Yep, exactly. So this is the thing about double poof. This is why I think double poof is just a gimmick at this point. Like, if you get hit by it, then you just didn't know the counterplay. Which is fine. Like, if you don't know, you don't know. But yeah, like, so from here to here, she has to travel to this exact spot, like, just general area, in order to do the double poof, right? But that means that she has to be going up this entire time with her, like, up B, which is not invincible for the beginning of it. So you have that entire... Once you see her dip below you here, like this, once you see her below about this point, like from here to here, if she's below this, then yeah, just drop and shine her.
Oh, you know what? I actually know exactly what I was doing here.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing the Kalindi thing that I saw a tweet about it 3 days ago, and I thought, wow, let's try to implement it. Where he does the soft, like, he can tech without rolling from ledge.
Oh,
against Sheik forward airing. And I think I was so honed in on that I did not realize, and I think that's what ended up happening. But
wait, how is this?
Like,
but this also beats Sheik fairing though.
Well, yeah. So I was not thinking about shining whatsoever. I was trying to tech and then shine.
Gotcha.
I got so caught up in the mission, or like the vision of that like I just completely disregarded, and I just let I think Aiden tries to double poof one more time earlier this set, or kind of in general, and I don't think I fall for it. I was just so honed in trying to do something.
Yeah. No, that makes sense, but yeah, like I would, and I get that. I wonder why KJH is like, that's such a weird tech for me to imagine wanting to work on, because I'm just like, if she's coming at you from the side, you just refresh above it, and if she's coming at you from below, you just kill her. So it's like, I just don't see where that would like realistically come up all that often. But like, you know what, Kalindi is a genius, so I'm willing to accept that maybe I just don't see the vision, and I'm okay with that. I'll just ask him to explain it to me later.
Sure. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So basically, you have like a soft press on one trigger, and then you like hard press on the other, so you don't get up, and then you tech it, right?
Yeah. And I think I think it's supposed to cover a bad refresher for Fox. So there, I was vulnerable the whole time, where he could have just came in with the forward air, but I was just like not paying attention at all. I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna tech it, and then he didn't. I'm like, I'm still waiting for it.
Yeah, it's just hard for me to imagine like needing something like that when like, because like the thing is, when you grab the edge in this kind of spot, it's such a controlled position usually. So it's like, if you do a bad refresh, like my solution is just don't do the bad refresh. But like, yeah, but like it's only because you're on offense. Like you've already got them off stage. They're like working with restricted option pools. Like, but I could see it being like a good backup option select. Maybe that's what he's got in mind. Because like, yeah, if you're doing other things or doing a different type of edge guard for some reason, like yeah, I could see how that might work. It's interesting. Kalindi has really, really crazy ideas. Like he's got like crazy as in like they're so cool. He's so technical, and he's got such he actually applies them in matches. I find that so impressive. Like, I think the Marth Killer 2.0 is one of the more impressive things that he's come up with. I'm like, that's so cool.
Been trying to apply that versus life. I play versus life in winners. It doesn't go well. I'm still trying. I'll get there eventually. I honestly really feel like I actually have like a hand on or like a grip on the Marth matchup. I think I just need to play cleaner, not get stuck in shine,
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. And I'm trying to, stuff like implementing the Marth 2.0, the kill Marth code 2.0. I really like it. It's just I'll get there eventually, and like breaking it down and like consistently getting it.
So this is like the classic Sheik trap. Like we're gonna slow down and watch this point, because this is like the number one. This is one of the number one ways to lose to this character. Like if assuming you get past the forward tilts, assuming you get past like you get past the grabs and stuff. This is another very common way to lose to her. So like you'll see you'll see that she's like because she's pressuring, she's going for back air, she's just being like, yo, please. You see how like by you going above her into her zone, she just like she has complete control of like the situation. So what we want to do here is we want to be like we want to be patient and be okay with a little bit of discomfort. I know that sounds weird with Fox, because normally he can just like normally Fox has a lot of solutions, but he just doesn't really have a solution to this kind of like setup that's like that's just perfectly safe. As soon as you see her jump away like that, if you jump up like here, I would honestly be considering, like, I wouldn't double jump here ever, but I would say that it's okay to try to bait her into going for this like kind of like short hop over here, but then we want to pull back. We don't actually want to commit to full forward, because she's just trying to pull us into her trap.
I see. Yeah, the double jump was definitely I know I have a habit of double jumping to bait, but I think there I was incredibly nervous and I just double tapped it.
Yeah, I think you were trying to go around her, and you were like, if I can just get high enough that she can't hit me, then maybe I can go somewhere safe. But the thing is, because of how high her short hop is, she's just going to be, even if you go to top platform, she can still get you. So, like, this is all, it's all illusions. Like, whatever your brain is thinking in terms of, like, oh, this is safe, it is not. Yeah, she just has you in a good spot. She's Sheik, she's a top tier just like you. So, it's just... We have to be okay with some discomfort, because we are in a weak position. Being cornered by the character with all the good with all the good tilts and down smash is just, yeah, it's a bad spot. So we just got to be patient. I would think that like working your shield can be quite good, especially at high percents, because they usually don't actually want to grab you at high percents, because the down throw doesn't lead to anything directly, and you can often just do like edge slip offs and stuff, or go off and like recover. She has to.
Mm-hmm. Please continue. I'm so sorry. I just had a reaction to what I saw. Please continue.
Ooh, what was it?
That I tried grabbing, and because he fucked up an input, I didn't grab the jab right here. This.
Oh!
I missed the grab, and I just remember in match, I'm like, holy fuck. It was not a mental boom, but I just seeing it right now, I'm just like, that didn't feel good.
If you hadn't gotten the power shield, then you would have also been fine. Because the power shield pushes you back, right?
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. What do you think about, like, after Sheik lands with her aerial on your shield like that? I know that shield grab would have worked there, but what's your thought process when you're dealing with her aerial spam in general? Like, are you trying to get counter hits, or like, what's the?
Usually I'm thinking of, like, depending on her positioning, just trying to, like, honestly trade with it with up tilt seems really strong. But, like, when she's aerial spamming, I kind of just let her do it, because she has such a bad short hop that I can get a counter attack. Like, if I just play patient enough, and if she just keeps spamming it, then surely I should be able to be spaced for a counter attack.
Yeah, eventually you'll just, like, you can slide under her and up tilt, you can move out of the way and down tilt her landing, like, you have stuff for sure. Like, yeah, like, see how you get that down air? Like, this is kind of the timing that we needed on those forward tilts earlier. I know it was, like, I think it was a different move that you did it on, but, like, it was well done. Let's see here. So right about here. Yeah, on that back air, because it kind of, like, beat out the down smash. You saw the opening frames there, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of why, like, down air can be quite good. But again, because he's not doing it, but, like, the risk here is, like, he smashed you guys. But I would say that, like, honestly, using drill more as your whiff punish tool, that's not a bad starting point, because you can be efficient with it if they're not smash DIing, and even if they do, you're still usually safe enough to, like, have a mix-up to play after. So you're not completely, like, exactly, like, you're good at those. Like, I'm seeing you go for them, and it's like you're on point with them. This is not nearly as bad as advertised.
No, this is where she's in an awful position right now. No, I missed that.
Oh, yeah, I see what happened.
actually really happy with that Nair.
The double back air was nasty. I like this. I like this. Yeah, we had to the problem is you shielded.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I was trying to just do a shield drop. I mean, I did do a shield drop back air when that was just autopilot when I should have just done like a literal just no shield drop, just short hop back air.
Or up tilt up air.
Maybe.
Up tilt up air is what I'm thinking.
I see. Would up smash not have killed at 73 on battlefields like?
Definitely not.
Understood.
Maybe if she was at like 80, yeah. But like she's about like 7-ish too low.
Understood.
Yeah. But it's, I mean, like, if she was at a little higher, then absolutely, like, that's the play. But, yeah, it's just, I can see how this would be a heartbreaker, because now she's going to get, like, she's going to get some aerial. Oh, she recovers, too. Wow. Oh, you got good spacing. Oh,
and that meant to be a short hop, nair. And then I'm just,
again! Honestly, something that you might want to consider trying, if you know that he's, like, hunting for forward tilts at these percents, what I'd consider is like advancing shield.
Yeah. I actually, yeah, I agree. I think that actually made me, if I won any games, I actually feel like I did that exact same thing to try and catch off of it. Sorry, to punish those. I just need to implement it more.
Yeah, so think about Sheik players, and like this is a dark secret that I really shouldn't be sharing with a Fox, but that's okay. I'm me, so I can do what I want. At high percents, every Sheik has a favorite move. When they've got Fox at kill percent, and they're in a tense situation, every single Sheik in the universe has a favorite move that they want to hit on him. They just do. For Aiden, it is very clearly forward tilt. And that's fine. Like, F tilt's a great move. It was my favorite. But, like, at the same time, like, you can be... Especially when he's walking forward like this is one hell of a tell that this is what he's going for, you know? Because whenever somebody's walking forward, it's because... They're walking because they're keeping their normals, like, on the table. So all you have to keep... Like, you have so many signals, like, firing from him that are telling you that, like, what you're supposed to do here. Like, if imagine you just block here. Like, you win the game.
Yeah, I could run up shield and then up smash out of shield.
Yeah. So I would say that like you want to figure out, is their like favorite move to hit? Is it a tilt? If so, which one? Is it down smash? Are they Dreffin? Are you fighting Dreffin in 2024? If so, say hi to him for me. Is it dash attack? Like DA, dash attack? What about grab? Like grab is also a very common one, but weirdly enough, I find that it's not usually people's favorite move on him at high percent because it's the only one that doesn't lead directly to anything that kills him instantly. Yeah, and then like sometimes you've got like bear fair spammers. So, but like you want to figure out what their move that they do in the comfort situation is, because like when you're in this spot like here versus Fox at these kinds of percents, and you're working in a confined space, you don't have time to react to everything, right? So you're just kind of like going with your gut, and a lot of times our gut steers us to our favorite move. So
I see. I think what I was actually... Do I jump in this instance?
I
actually think I'm running shielding in this instance.
Okay.
Oh, I just had to be... Just not take nearly as much space. In the moment, like seeing it now, it's like obvious, but in the moment, I'm not quite sure I noticed him walking. And I think that's something I have to be more aware of. You know, it's two people on the screen at once, not just me.
Yeah, if somebody's walking, that's a huge tell that they're gonna do something. They're gonna do some powerful move. Because like, there's no reason for them to walk otherwise. Otherwise, like dashes and jumps and wave dashes are just so much more efficient for movement. Like walking is a very big tell in a lot of ways.
Understood.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the set though. Like, I don't think that you played nearly. I was promised a very bad set, like you know, frustrating Fox play. But like, you looked good. You looked like you had the right idea in a lot of spots. It's just we identified a few where they're like, you know, there's an opportunity to play it better, which makes sense. Yeah. I don't think it was. I think it was well played overall, though, and I think that there's a lot of things that I think there's a lot of concrete things that we can definitely take away from this.
Sure. Also, I just realized, The reason why it wasn't nearly as bad is because I just realized I only clipped from when I started winning. I did not realize that somehow. I just clicked the timestamp and I'm like, I was really confused about the game count and I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
Hmm.
Like, is this already like it was game 5? But that's because when you click the timestamp, he's already up 2-0 on me.
Okay, so do you want to watch the first 2 games then?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, cool. So let's go to probably around here. Yeah.
Yeah,
This looks right.
yeah.
So with that in
Cool.
mind, so like I'm gonna put it on normal speed just because like we've already done a lot of analysis, but like if we see any situations we need to look at, let's definitely like pause. We'll definitely pause and slow down. So back throw. Okay, cool. So what you do for the recovery after the back throw is fine. Until the angle. So walk me through this angle, like, or this situation. What's your game plan here, generally speaking?
Well, so I do this Firefox height in case he does standing needle.
Yep, that's correct.
And then I can fall fall good enough, if that makes sense, to sweet spot ledge with short inside B.
Yeah, no, your position here is absolutely perfect. This is textbook. That is right.
And then, honestly, I really have no excuse because Aiden is like constantly hits me with this forward air where he just runs off and whacks me here. I mean, it's either go to ledge, go up, and I think most of Sheik's options that cover the ledge from this position, also cover like going straight forward.
Yeah.
So, I think that I'm making his job easier by doing something more simple for him. This can be covered much easier.
Yeah, this to me looks like a play that you would make because you're hyper aware of like the fact that you've lost to him a bunch. He's a tough opponent, and you're like, okay, just gotta like do something crazy. Like I gotta do something crazy. Like I gotta just like throw him off somehow, and then he just like does the thing. Because, yeah, you're right. Everything you said is perfectly right. As long as he runs off the state, as long as he runs off and puts his fair, like, about here, and then drags it down correctly, yeah, he covers both outcomes. So, with that in mind, the only thing that the real things that you want to do are, you want to think about, like, what angles do not interact with that. Because the other thing that you have to figure is that if you get hit over here with the fair, you're dead. Whereas if you get hit up here, like, you're fine because you're at 13. Like, that, to me, is, like, the big thing here. So we're, like, not only are we, like, it would be one thing if we were going into a spot where, like, yeah, he hits us a lot of the time here, but we never die. Like, that's, okay, like, if we take 30 damage, it's not ideal, but it's not dead, so, okay, fine. But we're also taking the line where it's, like, where we have the least amount of counterplay after the fact. That, to me, is the big no-no here. I think that what could make sense is for you to, like, try to find an angle that goes slightly above him, because then you can, like, get into a combat position, but I think that's a lot of work, basically, just to do the same, to have a slight chance of, like, offense after. I think really we just need a high angle here. Like, we just need to go up in some capacity and use Sheik's, low knockback at low percent, as a liability so that she can't get us back off stage.
Understood.
Yep. This position is perfect though. Like everything here is like gold, and you should be I'm very happy with how you planned that out. Because yeah, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. It's like textbook.
Then I know he's actually killed me like off that interaction, that forward air into another forward air, and I'm always dead.
Yeah, like so he just put you through like the Sheik mobile. Like, you didn't touch the ground, so you have no jump. Like, he covers that, forward tilt. DI, like, uses, like, kind of, hit confirms at the jab into down smash. Like, yeah, he's just gaming. Because he's, like, that's all solitaire for the Sheik at that point. Like, in the same way that that you can kind of solitaire her recoveries a lot of the time, like, or her advantage, like, when you've got her pinned, yeah, like, she can absolutely do the same thing to you.
Oh, I'm in the ledge.
What happened here? Let's see. So we got poof.
I tried timing it to clank.
Like this. When you okay, so this will be very nitpicky, but have one small... I have an observation about this back air. The one that's coming up. So we get this combo. We get this beautiful conversion. So why are we back airing? It's like, did you mean to hit her forward?
Yes, soft back air forward. I think the other clip we did as well, where we talked about pushing her, like I caught her double jump earlier, or like early in the lesson. Yeah, that back air is meant to hit forward, the weak hit, and to combo into either a strong back air or, depending on how it's DI'd, follow up for something more.
Okay. Honestly, how do you feel about hard back air forward? Because you put
66, I don't really like it because I don't really feel like it sends him anywhere other than it kind of just resets. But maybe I should just already be just content with that. Like that's %. She takes more damage.
Well, she goes over here, right? Like around here. Yeah. That's great for you because you just go below the platform and then you're just like sharking her.
You're right. I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, like, so I get what you're saying about like this being a conversion, but remember, Sheik is one of the characters. Like Sheik's weakness is that she's susceptible to edge guarding and juggle state, like the two most powerful advantage state forms. Like she's not good at dealing with either of them, like at being in either of them rather. So with that in mind, a lot of times like you can kind of play a little bit looser with Sheik combos and kind of like check out early with a powerful hit, as long as it puts you in a spot where you can shark her after the fact. Like that's a big thing that Cody and Leffin are good about. Like they just kind of like whack her really hard. Like they do like 40 damage, 60 damage, 70 damage, whatever, and just whack her really hard, and then just kind of like do whatever, like just play the situation that comes up after. Because it's like, yeah, it's like, what does she do? This is not nearly as bad as I thought it would be, though. Like, how did you take all this damage? So Sheik respawns.
I got caught by the forward tilt. I tried to whiff punish forward tilt, and I just fucked up.
Okay.
So I get the forward air here. I actually really like that back air, like the double jump bait, or not the double jump, but just the short hop bait.
Oh no, that back air was nasty. That back air was like a 10 out of 10 back air.
I can see him fishing for.
You are not.
Punish it.
You're not nearly close enough. You know that. So, but the thing is, this is another important dimension of the matchup. So we can use the fact that we're not close enough.
Lasers?
No, running crouch.
Running crouch, running shine grab, running shine nair, running shine up air. I actually really like running shine up air.
Yeah, but like, well, we don't have to even hit her with the shine. Like, we just running crouch into this spot, as if we were going to. Like, it's a bait.
Okay, understood. Okay.
Yeah, because like if we take a look at our starting position, right? Like we're all the way, like our starting spot was over here, like basically about here, I think, right?
Yes, I actually have a better question. Why running crouch and not running shield?
Because it's awkward to punish her forward tilt out of shield if she spaces it, and with where we're going, like it also means that we're restricted in terms of like where we can go after the fact. And if we show her shield, then it might queue for her to grab. Whereas like if we're just like the subtle difference between a dash and a run, I think is enough that we can like feasibly expect him to like mess up, even if we like present it, even if he sees what's happening. The second the shield flashes, assuming he hasn't pulled the trigger and he's like paying attention, he might not do it. But crouches, especially with our percent and us not being in shield, I don't think he can resist that. Okay. So yeah, and it also keeps us able to dash back and get out of there after the fact. Yeah, I think it's worth the risk to just not have the 7 damage, to not take this. Like, the 7 damage is worth the risk. The other nice thing about it is that if he does see that we're crouching and goes for the grab, we also haven't, like, slowed down our shine if we, like, if our reflexes kick in and we pick up what's happening. Because we don't have to, like, jump out of shield and then shine. Like, we can just do it.
Understood.
Yeah, so crouching here is like super crazy. And the cool thing here is like we're preying off like his like, because it feels weird to like to get that hit as the Sheik, because there's kind of like a question that flashes. It's like every character I think has like questions like in awkward interactions like that prey on their weaknesses, where it's like, okay, so did I do it right? Because I got the forward tilt, but like I got like counter hit for like 8,000 damage, so like I don't like that, but like I still got the hit, so did I just need to do it sooner? Like you kind of get them questioning their game plan a bit. Because it's different. Like, it's something that, like, if it continues to happen, poses a real risk to, like, how they're, like, structuring their fight plan. So, Whereas Shield doesn't really do that in the same way, because she's just got too well-rounded of a kit. Like, it's not even like that Shield directly counters, like, forward tilt anyway, because you have to be spaced to do it, right? Like, she has to, like, if she does it when she's spaced, then, yeah, the hit window to punish it is just, it's insane. Like, you have to be basically frame perfect with, like, a wave dash and a shine, and then even then, like, that's assuming that, yeah, everything goes well.
Understood.
She's a really good character. How did this all happen? So what happened here? More forward tilts? Oh, no, wave dash back. Okay.
Wave dash back now.
So this would be this would be another reason to running crouch, because like look at the distance you're fighting from, and then like look at the distance that she's like that you go for it from. So like if you crouch and she wave dashes back, then you're still actionable, so you can just like respond to what she does, or she might just be out of range because she slid back. In that case, you can just down tilt because you're outranging her, because your down tilt actually has more range than her F tilt, like horizontally.
I see. I was not aware of that.
Down tilt's crazy. Down tilt's super nasty. Oh, he did the right dash attack for the situation too. Oh, what a nerd. Because you get like, I would have been tempted to reverse hit that dash attack, but no, hitting forward is correct there. He did it right.
Don't fuck up. Ah, I got stuck.
Oh, we had to up air. Believe it or not,
I'm so nervous.
Believe it or not, this isn't as bad as you think. It's just like what I'm seeing here is that like Sheik just got like some. We overextended into Sheik, and we overextended into Sheik a few times, and we also like basically threw away a stock on a recovery. That is enough to lose to her. Like the reality is, she's like one of the best punishers in the game, arguably the best punisher in the game. So it's like, yeah, this just sometimes happens, but. I don't think your decision making is nearly as bad as you're making it out to be. It's just like, yeah, we had like one bad recovery basically, and then like a couple overextensions in neutral where we could have picked safer options. And it's important to like remember that she's looking for hits, so we are baiting her a lot. But like that's an adjustment you can make. Like I know that you can do that.
Understood.
Yeah. I hope me trying to be optimistic or like just kind of like I hope it's not being super annoying. I know you're tired, and I get so annoyed when people do that with me, but
I promise you it is all good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, there is my favorite back air in the world.
That one?
Yeah, well I mean I did it on the left side to push him over to the right, and then I just did it again.
Let me rewatch this. Okay. There. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I like that one too. That back air's sick. I honestly, Fox's back air is like probably, if I had to pick one move of Fox's that I really like and I think is actually fairly well designed, it's his back air. I think his back air and up smash are actually very well designed moves overall. It's rare his back air, up smash, and drill I think are the best designed moves on the character. Up air is like, oh yeah, Steed. Yeah. Up air I have a love-hate relationship with. It's like way too powerful, but it also has counterplay, so it's like, eh.
I also roll a lot specifically versus Aiden because he loves to tomahawk grab. So I actually think I get tomahawk grab maybe 2 times. Like I think my success rate in terms of like avoiding it is like honestly from what I can remember, like 8 out of like 10 times. I feel like I did a really good job avoiding all tomahawk grabs. How did I get there?
I think you're doing a good job on a lot of things, honestly. Like again, I don't think that these are that bad as far as games go. Like that back air is good. I think that you meant to like dash dance, and you just because of like the missing the fast fall in the back air, like you just got stuck in movement, basically. Oh, he went for the cool thing. Okay. He's playing well, I'll give him that. Like that's good. That's good. That shine, we want to actually try to hit him like if you're not going to go for the up tilt there, we want to hit the shine like when he lands, so you want to get further through her.
Understood.
See what I mean? Like, if you just waited a bit longer, you could have gotten him out of the auto-cancel frames, and then, like, comboed him to the right. So that was, like, a slight timing thing. I also like up-tilting there, or naring under him, just, like, because it's easy. But, like, yeah, the Shine is definitely the better open-up, so, you know, use your best judgment. But I think that the fact that you recognize that was an opening is like, the important thing. Because, yeah, it's just a slight timing shift. One nice thing, she can't fast fall during needles once she's throwing them. So if she's already fast falling, she'll continue to do so, but if she's not, then she can't. So you don't there's no timing mix up on her end.
Understood. I missed the second hit of up air. Lucky. I don't even know if I would have gotten much out of that, actually, because she's at 0. She could just crouch cancel it.
Yeah, this doesn't lead to anything. I would have honestly taken the both hits, because the both hits will knock her over, I think, if you get them. Like, and I feel like if you just short hop the up air, like, a lot of times they just hold down there, and you get both of them anyway.
Sure.
Yeah. But with this one, so let's talk about this drill shine. So what's the plan here after you hit that?
9%, up tilt, reverse up tilt, or grab.
Yeah, I'm thinking we just grab her. I'm thinking we grab her and we just do the whatever the Fox B&B here is. I know that up throws are kind of like wacky on her, but like the reason I like up throw is because it puts her into the air and if we're able to then. She's just not good in that kind of disadvantaged state. I get it's weird because we've got, like, it's awkward because we have all the platforms around here, but I just feel like we get so little off anything else. And we really don't want to be risking counter hit if she, like, does the tech, if she does the up smash tech at this point. Because, like, we're also, like, hitting her right into the edge. So, like, that's the easiest back throw of her life. So I think that, like, with all that in mind, we just have to up throw.
Sounds good.
Yeah. She's not a character where, like, it's weird because I feel like until you get her into a spot where you can kind of, like, bat her around, you kind of have to, like, be very, at least have some amount of, like, you have to be pretty disciplined about your early game combos on her just to, like, get past, like, the initial %, which is kind of, like, her big complaint against a lot of characters, but it's just something we have to do to just like, stay alive and not lose to her, because if we don't do that, then, yeah, we invite, like, consistency is the name of the game versus her in the early game. Because you want to exercise that advantage as much as possible. Like, the fact that Fox's early game is better than hers. And a lot of how you do that is just by doing simple, consistent, reliable follow-ups of all the moves that you have that work.
Understood.
That's rough, though. How did he get that last hit? So what happens here? So
he gets double needle. Oh no, here.
Oh, he just slaps you. Okay, gotcha. So where did we go on a respawn? So we were playing around, dashing, moving. Oh, okay. So we went into the corner. Okay, so where do you think? Knowing that we die here, where do you think we should? What do you think? Because going into the corner, I don't really like it, like, in advance, because it kind of, like, tells Sheik where she has to go. What do you think is something we could have done differently here?
Ledge?
Yeah, ledge is fine. Like, as long as you can ledge dash, ledge is totally reasonable.
I'm so sorry.
No, go.
So my idea first is ledge. I really like the platform and light shielding for push off or just shield drop and keep mixing it up, or a top platform. Trying to, like, she's not going to expect us to meet her there, and while she goes down to try and catch us, we're going to be on the top platform already. And I think Sheik trying to like reach us on the top platform when we have so many options available seems pretty hard for her.
I would agree with that. I would just say be careful of which side you do that on. If you're on Sheik's front, I would agree with that. If you're on Sheik's back, I would not. Because Sheik's back air is, like, insane in that. Sheik's back air is really insane in that spot. And remember, you're by light shielding or doing, like, by going for a light shield or something like that, you're going any kind of shield really. You're going to be expanding your character's hittable area, which is how, like, shield push offs, because, like, the shield is bigger than your character, so she doesn't have to, like, commit to as much of a jump as you might think she does. to hit you up in those kinds of spots. But as long as we're like facing her front, it's whatever. As long as we're facing her front and we're like facing off the platform, then it doesn't. Then you should be fine. But yeah, just willingly going above Sheik's back air is like very dangerous. So just be mindful of that. I actually think that going to the ledge is perfectly reasonable. She's like, it's a condensed space. You have a lot of ways to go around her. I might try to like walk her back a little bit first, like. So what I mean by that is, so we're underneath her, right? So he's falling. I might consider, instead of going for this wave dash, I might just stay dash dancing here. And wait for him to come down a bit more. Either that or when he's like falling here, I might just go forward. But I think that we waited and dash dance a little too long for that. So that could also be like, if that might have actually been your plan. Were you trying to just kind of get under him? Like, and go to the other side? Gotcha. So we just had to do that a little sooner. This play, now that you've clarified that, this is fine. We just had to go earlier. If we had recognized that we were too late on it though, then yeah, the plan is that we just go to the edge, because with her having to fast fall fair here, we can then back up, take ledge, do Galint, move around her, we're good.
I see.
Yeah. So I think we are at time, but I know that this is a lot of stuff, and I know this was probably a painful one to watch. Are you all right? Is it?
Yeah, I'm fine, and this was super informative. It allowed. I'm thinking of options that I didn't before. I really want to go and experiment. I'm actually probably going to hit up Aiden like right now, as soon as this finishes. I really want to try and see how much I can get out of like run up crouch. I think that's a big thing that I have just really never thought of. I understand health is a resource, and I don't think I use it enough.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I get how that's weird, especially like I find that like that's such a weird ask of a Fox player sometimes. Like it's like you have to be comfortable with getting hit, and it's like, well, my character dies when I'm hit. Like what are you talking about? That's insane. But I think with her specifically, it's important to remember her attacks have a lot of rules, especially in the early game. So I would say that, like, yeah, so for our key takeaways, I'd say that, like, crouching at low percent, using running crouch to close space. We also talked about, like, keeping under her when finishing launcher combos, to shark her free fall. And I would also say that we talked about shine spike on double poof. Is no shine spike if she dips below edge while we're holding it. Then beyond that, it's just basically recovering high if we're in up B at low percent where possible to deny early KO bracket DI to force her to hit in the air above the stage. Those are the big ones that I can think of. Oh, and shield. High percent when high percent running shield. No, high percent for both players. Run up shield to call out attack tilts and down smash tilt and down smash panic buttons. Yeah, it'll also work on narrow to shield as well. Like if she like shields and narrows at a shield, running up shield will also work if she like if she swings into it. So with that, I think we are set. If you have any follow-up questions, I definitely recommend playing against him, especially if he's a problem opponent. Like, that's the best way to do it. But if you have any follow-up questions, let me know, and you should be good from here.
Yeah. I will be. I'm so sorry. Can I ask? Oh, it's honestly been such a long time. Do I use Venmo or PayPal to pay you?
PayPal.
Okay, cool. Yeah, got it.
Mm-hmm.
I will send that in literally less than 30 seconds.
Amazing. Oh, by the way, I'm a dual main now, apparently.
Oh, okay. What did
A top tier caught my a top tier of all things interested me. I'm actually learning Falco.
Nas Falco? What an interesting duo.
Yeah,
but is it for specific matchups or just?
Nah, he's just a lot of fun. That's all.
I do think Falco's like one of. I would love to play Falco. Like realistically, love to play him. but the two things that I really dislike are projectiles. I'm not a fan of it, but that's fine. And speed. So Fox can kind of just do what he wants, and he just kind of goes in. So, but Falco is so much slower. So, but I'm glad that you're finding interest in Falco. That's really fun.
Thanks. Yeah. The one thing I think we'll probably leave on this, but yeah, the one thing I was telling a friend of mine, I think that something people get wrong with about Falco is that he can't actually pretend to be fast. It's more that he convinces the other player that they're slow.
Okay.